Good morning, everybody. Nobody likes long YouTube intros, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is we're going to jump right into the products. These are 5 pieces of travel tech under $100 that will make traveling much easier for you. The first thing I want to show you guys is this right here. This is an electric razor, and an electric razor is probably one of the last things you're thinking about when you're deciding what kinds of stuff you want to bring on your trip with you, but I promise this is worth considering. This is very small. I'm going to try to hold it up to my palm so you guys can see. This takes up basically no space in your pack, so you don't need to think about like carrying clippers and a charger and all of that stuff. It fits super nice in there, but it's also got a travel lock on it. You push the button, you have to hold it for 3 seconds, take your finger off, and then push it again. This way you can't accidentally turn it on. If you pack your bag super tight and everything's in there and you're throwing your bag around, you're not going to accidentally turn this on. It's also got a case that's magnetically attached. It feels just really premium. It has all of the different clips so you can change the length of it. And of course, the most important thing is that it charges with USB Type-C, so you can charge this with the same cable you use to charge your phone. But honestly, the best part of this is just its size. All of the other ones that you'll get on Amazon are like much bigger. They're like big hair cutting thing. This thing is great. Second product we're talking about is this right here. This is a travel router, and again, I'm gonna hold this up to my hand so you guys can see how small this is. This is a little bit bigger than the Razor, but still quite tiny. The reason that you're gonna be using this is to extend your Wi-Fi. Think of this as a Wi-Fi extender. A lot of the places that you're gonna stay don't prioritize Wi-Fi. They probably got a router back in 2012, and they haven't updated their infrastructure since. They've got the router down in the office, and they just want everybody in the building to connect to that one router. This will make your Wi-Fi a lot better. The place that I'm staying at right now, for example, let me show you this. The router is way down the hall over there. The Wi-Fi signal here in the room is trash. What you do is you take a battery, you plug the router in, the router turns on, and then you connect it to the router back there. It's small enough you can just let it sit anywhere you want. This will connect to the router back there, and then it will rebroadcast the signal into your room. When I first got this, I thought that it might be like a nifty gadget, occasionally useful, kind of cool to have sometimes. No, I use this all the time. On top of actually extending the Wi-Fi range, it comes with a whole bunch of other features. One of them is Ad Guard. Every device that is connected to this won't get ads. So if you're watching YouTube on the TV, if you're watching TikTok on your phone, if you're scrolling Reddit on your laptop, if all of those are connected to this guy, none of them get ads. It's super great. This has VPN functionality built in, so you can have all of your devices connected to a VPN. And another thing you probably don't realize is annoying, every time you get to a new hotel or hostel, you need to take all of your devices and you need to enter the new password to all of them. As you guys saw, it is powered with USB Type-C, so you don't need any special power adapter to be able to get this thing to run. You can just take a battery bank and it will work. And lastly, something that you probably don't even think about, every time that you get to a new hotel or hostel, they will have a different Wi-Fi password, to where you need to take all of your devices and you need to enter the new password into all of them. I have 2 phones, a laptop, a tablet, and a Kindle, and I don't want to have to re-enter passwords into all of them. What I do is I just power this thing on, I connect this to their Wi-Fi, and then all of my existing devices will just stay connected to this, or I only need to enter a password once when I change hotels. It's really, really, really great. Next up on the list is this. You guys saw this earlier. This is a battery. Again, I'm using my hand to show the size. This is roughly the size of a credit card. And the reason that you want something like this is because the other battery that you probably got in your bag right now that you're thinking is going to be your emergency battery is not convenient to carry. It probably looks something like this or something like this. That doesn't fit in a pocket very well, so you're not going to want to carry it. If you're walking around town, if you've got your phone on GPS, you're going to leave that in your purse. You're going to leave that in your backpack because it's just inconvenient. This fits perfectly with your passport. I keep my passport in this little waist bag right here, and I keep the battery right here with my passport. I know that my passport is always on me, and so now my emergency battery is also always on me. It has the cable built in, so we don't need to worry about carrying an extra cable with you, and you can charge it from the same cable, to where plug this into your wall outlet and then plug this into your phone. I am sure there are versions of this that also have an iPhone connector. This is 2,500 milliamp hours, where this is roughly 50% capacity of your phone. This will go from 0 to 50%, and it is definitely enough to be able to keep your maps running, be able to keep your WhatsApp going, so you can message like bookings or whatever. Great emergency battery. The fourth product on this list is this guy right here. This is a power adapter from Anker. Again, palm to show size comparison. This is useful if you're traveling to different countries that have different types of wall sockets and you want to be able to plug your stuff in. The way that this works, on the front side you have your American and your European port style, and on the back you've got the 3 different types of places you might go. This is for Europe, this one is for the UK, and then this one is for Asia. You can see that these guys right here, they swivel out. You can do Asia or you can do the US. You just push these switches to pull them back in. Now, it's got 2 USB things on the side and 2 regular USB on the bottom. Now, this doesn't do anything spectacular. There are other products on the market that will do the same thing with the switches that pull the things out. The reason that I'm showing this to you in a video is because of how incredibly small this is. Like, again, If you look on Amazon, similar products like this are huge. I mean, they're like gargantuan bricks. Anker blew it out of the park. This thing is very travel friendly. It fits in your pack, no problem. I think it's like 20 bucks. This is a very good product. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, last product of the video. This is a fan. Again, this is not something that you're probably thinking about when you're planning what you're gonna bring with you on your trip, but I promise this is possibly the most important thing of all of the products I've shown you today. Most places in the world don't have air conditioning. If you're from America, you're probably used to being able to just like turn the temperature down. That's not normal. Most of the places you stay will just be like one big room. They might have an open window to try to cool everybody off. This is like climate control in your pocket. There's not like a specific brand I'm recommending. You want something that's small enough to be able to fit in your bag without causing too much problems, and something that is powerful enough to actually like do a good job. This was like 20 bucks on Amazon, and if you've watched any of my other travel videos, you will hear me talk about how great this is in basically every single one of them. During the winter, it's not quite as important, but during the summer, if you're traveling in Europe or in Asia, bring a fan. It's USB Type-C, it's got a battery in it. There are ones on Amazon that don't have batteries and you have to like plug them into a battery bank. I don't recommend those because then you've got to deal with like the battery and the cable and the fan. I think that fans that have batteries built in are just a little bit more convenient, but just bring a fan. I promise it is. Just bring a fan. Okay, that is my list of cool tech products under $100. I use all of those basically every day, except the battery. I don't use the emergency battery. I've used that like 3 or 4 times, but it's great to know that I have it. Everything else, all of that stuff will just make your traveling much easier. And it all is super small, so it fits inside like one pocket of your backpack. Pretty great stuff.